Ooh, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Game Aim Plus, where my aiming is gaming. I'm your host, the boy G, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. But first, there's a lot of people that have been watching my videos but are not yet subscribed, and they're still watching. So can you guys please subscribe? Click that little bell button, like the video, show your boy some support, help me reach my goal of 2,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you, guys. But we're gonna get right into it, okay? So, we're gonna talk about the game ARMS 2, okay? Coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, listen, you're probably wondering how am I getting all this? Why is it? Now listen, okay? So Bandai Namco has, they have opened up their own separate studio, another separate studio basically, to work on games for the Nintendo Switch / Nintendo Switch 2, So, what I'm feeling is because it's been said that they're working on like a side-scrolling game, like a big like adventuring game, and some other game. I forgot what it was, but they said what kind of games they're working on, And one of the games I think they're probably working on is ARMS 2, because they're the ones who helped and I believe worked on the first ARMS that came out for the Nintendo Switch, close to the beginning of the Switch. And ARMS is a really good game, I was just playing it the other day again, right, with my son and with my sons, and we were playing, and I'm like, ARMS, it's such a good game, but it just lacked content, it lacked things to really do. It had a lot of cool things to do, but I feel like it just needed more. I feel like these characters, they were so unique. Every character, they just use just their arms, and their arms stretch out. And a lot of these characters, their arms are all different. Min Min, her arms are noodles. The brass dude, his arms are like championship belts or something. Spring Man, his arms are springs. Master Mummy, his are like mummy wraps. The DNA guy, his arms are DNA things, like, a DNA strand. So all these characters have like different arms, and it's crazy, But there's two characters in there that actually, that they can do a little bit different. There's Twin Tail. She's my favorite character, Twin Tail. She's a female, her arms are regular. She basically keeps them folded or out, or she's just like, but she uses her hair as her arms that extend. She uses her hair to fight. These two ponytails, she fights with those. And then we have Min Min. She's one of the characters out of ARMS that actually made it into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Min Min, she's also a phenomenal character. She's the only character in the entire game that can use her legs as an attack. No other character can do that except for her. And she uses her legs to kick. She can kick arms. Like if somebody throws their arms at her, she can kick them back. And, reflect it back, counter it. That's awesome. She can't do it super fast, because that'd be drawing. But she can do it with her legs, and nobody else can do that in an ARMS game. And like I said, Twin Tail, she uses her hair in an ARMS game, and her arms are just chilling. Like, she's just chilling. Like, she don't even use her arms. But, and I think that's cool. And I think in ARMS 2, they can incorporate that more. Maybe other characters that still use their arms, but they can maybe mix it up a little bit. Maybe make it like an ARMS 2 plus, or ARMS 2 plus legs or something, or I don't know what they would call it. I have no idea. But make it that, I don't know, maybe just the arms thing alone wasn't maybe enough. It's a great fighting game. I love it. It's fun. But maybe they need to do something else to revamp it, to recreate it, to make it more interesting. Maybe you need to add a little leg movement here and there, maybe a little kicks, maybe a little something. I don't know. Put somebody in there with 3 arms. I don't know. Bring in Goro from Mortal Kombat with the 4 arms. Like, I don't know. Or don't do that. Maybe Machamp from Pokemon. I don't know. Mix it up. Bring in Luffy. Bring Luffy from One Piece with his stretching arms. Gum pistol, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching too far. I don't think they'll ever do that. But that would be super cool if they brought a special guest character as Luffy from One Piece. Because his arms already, they stretch and do all kind of crap. But maybe they can bring a character in the game that does what Luffy does. Maybe he has like gum arms or something, and then maybe that's, he'll do something like how Luffy does, without them actually bringing Luffy in, I don't know. But I feel like that's what I feel like they're working on the ARMS 2 for the Switch too. You know, because like I said, ARMS was really good, but this time they could do more for it to push it further, to bring, because it's a unique fighting game. Like there's no other fighting game in the world like ARMS. You can go and try to look, you're not gonna find it. I guarantee it. You will not find a game like ARMS. You know, and then the fact that you could pick different arms for your characters. Some arms have boomerangs, some arms have big old, like big round heavy hitting arms. They got arms that do ice attacks. They got arms that do fire attacks, electric attacks, poison. You know, it's crazy. You know, they got an umbrella arm, like an arm that's an umbrella. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot that they have in here. You know, they got arms that are like shurikens. There's a lot. They got one that looks like nunchucks, like nunchuck arms. Like they throw a nunchuck and it goes with the arm. Like, it's crazy. I sound crazy. If you never played ARMS before and you hear me talking about it, it just sounds ridiculous. And it is ridiculous, but it's a freaking good ridiculous. Like, it's really good. Like, if you have never played ARMS, go play it. It's a very enjoyable game. It can get boring very quickly if you don't have any friends or somebody to play with, but it's really fun, especially if you have friends and someone to go at it with. You know, they do have other separate modes. They have, like, you know, every character has their own little, you know, their little arcade mode, you know, whatever, little campaign. But it doesn't really do much. It doesn't say much. This is why I say they should maybe include a story mode. Definitely in a part 2, put a story mode, either for everybody or just a story mode in general, period. That maybe it includes everybody. But it gotta have some type of story, something big, some kind of story mode, adventure, something that goes along with this little arcade version of their, you know, their fights. Like, just not some plain boring fights. Like, that's all really the arcade mode really is. It's just them fighting through and getting to the last guy. And then that's it. Like, it's nothing crazy. And they have the other separate modes I was talking about. Like, they have like a volleyball mode you can play with arms, like a volleyball. They have the basketball. You can do a basketball one, you know, against somebody. There's a basketball. It's cool. You get to slam the big old basketball into the hoop with your big old arms, and you know, and the volleyball too. It's really cool. And they have like a target thing where you and opponent go against each other, punching each other from the other side of the end of the field. But there's targets popping up in and out of the joint, and you know, whoever gets the most points wins. Like, so they got little things like that, but they just gotta add more. You know, bring more of that. You know, maybe bring like a football one. You know, saying maybe like a baseball arms or something. I don't know. Throw the other little side little mini games in there that you can also include that you can do with the arms. I don't know. It has a really good like amount of characters that are all very different. You know, I like the variety. You know, but I would like more. You know, I want to see what else they can create. What other characters, like what crazy kooky characters you can come up now with some type of arms. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what would they bring now? You know, so like maybe like a guy, maybe like a prison guy, you know, and his arms are like ball and chains. You remember back, you know, prison guard, you know, a prison guy, they got like the black and white outfit. And you know, the ball and chains on their legs, or maybe that would be his arms or something. Like, I don't know. That's just the first thing that comes to my head. Or like I said, the bubblegum guy, like maybe a guy like Luffy. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or I don't know. You know, maybe like a sleepy guy, and you know, he's maybe tired, but he fights tiredy, and maybe his arms are like sheets. Or I don't know, wrapped up, all tied up, bunch of sheets. Look, I don't know. I'm just coming up with wacky, weird things in my head right now. Maybe I'll try to think of some more other stuff for another future video. But hopefully this is what they're doing, because I really like the game ARMS, and obviously they are paying some type of attention to it, especially if they took one of the characters from ARMS and put it as a special guest character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's big. That's not something small. Okay, Mortal Kombat don't even got a character in Smash Bros. And their fighting game is way bigger than ARMS. You know, so you know, okay, y'all, ARMS is a Nintendo brand, though, whatever. That's not the point. The point is that they got a character in Smash Bros. And that's big. So they're paying some type of attention to it. So maybe that's one of the games that the separate Bandai Namco company, you know, for the Nintendo games, maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe they're working on an ARMS 2 for the Nintendo Switch 2. I would love that, you know. And there's actually a lot of people out there that would actually love that as well, you know, to see what they can do with this game, because it has potential. It has potential to be enormous. Okay, and the uniqueness is just it's flabbergasting. It's just crazy how different this game is, and I love it, and I'm ready for more. I'm so ready for more. So that's my thoughts on it. That's what I think. Maybe one of the games they're probably working on at the moment. And you know, I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys would think about an ARMS 2. Would you like that? Have you played the first ARMS? What would you like to see? What kind of character? Put in the comments. Please talk to me, guys. Let's chat. Let's work it out. But you know, there you go, guys. Game Aim Plus. Please subscribe. Click that little bell button. That way, every time I upload a new video, it'll pop up on your phone like, you feel me, dog? You feel me? But yeah, y'all have a great morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And I'll catch you in the next one. Booyah! Woo!